All right, so I've already ran some shots through this, and it actually works pretty good. The barrel heats up quick though, but that's to be expected. So it comes with 5+1, but you can buy extension tubes to extend it to, I believe it's 7+1. So this is the Mac 1014. I'm not really shooting at anything in particular. I'm just kind of running some rounds through it, trying to break it down. So here we go. Here's a few shots. Ooh. So I'm going to fire some more, load up some more, shoot it. I am a beginner when it comes to shotguns, so I might not be the fastest or the smoothest at loading, but this gun's pretty fun. I should have got it a lot sooner. I'm running clay pigeon rounds. They're 2 3/4 inch, 1 ounce rounds, 8 pellets, and coming out of the barrel supposedly at 1350 FPS. So here goes 6 more shots. It's pretty damn fun. All right. So up to this point, I've just been shooting the 2 3/4 inch clay rounds. So I got one more of these left in a box. I'm going to fire one of these 2 3/4 inch clays. Then I've got some 2 3/4 inch buckshot. I'll fire a couple of those. And then a 3-inch, 1.18 ounce bird shot. We'll give those a whirl. I'll fire a couple of each, starting with the one of the clays. So I'm going to load the clay in there. Safety on. Now, I'm going to give that buckshot a run. 2 rounds of buckshot. 2 3/4 inch. I couldn't find any 3-inch buckshot. So that's why the only buckshot I've got is 2 3/4, which I'm sure is going to still kick. But I did find some 3-inch, 1.5 ounce waterfowl. I believe that's what they are. Yeah, waterfowl steel shot. So 1 clay shot, 2 3/4 buckshot, and 2 3-inch bird shot. Here we go. Let's see how she runs. Okay, there's the clay. Oh, there we go. Buckshot. Yeah, I can feel the extra kick. That is nice. Now the 3-inch bird. Oh, you can really tell the difference between the buckshot and the clay, and then you can also tell the difference between that 3-inch. But so far, everything's running through this no problem. Even if it's low brass or high brass, doesn't seem to matter. This is great. So far, this thing seems like it'll run anything that I put through it. Not that I have a whole huge selection of ammo, but what I do have, it has so far ran flawlessly. And all I did when I got it was disassembled it, cleaned up all the, whoops, dropped a shell. Cleaned up all the gunk. This had this weird greasy gunk on it from the shipping. Cleaned that off it. Looked up online, seeing where I had to oil. And yeah, just brought it out here and it seems to be running just fine. All right, the 3-inchers, you can't quite get as many in. But Here goes. Clear. That does a number on your shoulder shooting those 3-inch rounds and the buckshot, but it's still fun. I'm just going to keep running rounds through it. I'm trying to break it in. I initially bought, I think it was like 200 different rounds of like birdshot and buckshot. And then I've got, I believe, 20 or 30 slug rounds. But I didn't bring those with me today. I kind of wanted to get used to shooting shot shells before I switch to slugs. Not to mention you get a lot more shot shells in a box than you do slugs. So now I'm just loading up this 2 3/4 inch buckshot, and I'm going to run a bunch of that through there. Okay, I must have hit the limit. Sounds good. See if my shoulder survives this. Oh, you could run through a lot of ammo on this. And the barrel is pretty warm. All right. Whew. This thing does a number on the old shoulder. That's okay. I'm going to try something that you're normally not supposed to do, and that's hip fire the gun. I know you'd always shoulder it. That's the way you're supposed to do it. That's how you aim. But I'm a little curious. I've seen other videos online of people hip firing the gun to see how well that does and how easy it is, especially because in a self-defense scenario, someone's in your house. Who knows? You might not have time to fully shoulder the gun. You might not have space. So I'm going to try some hip firing here of the 3-inch birdshot. All right. Here goes. That just transfers the recoil from your shoulder into the old gut. Fortunately, I got a lot of padding down there. I'm kind of surprised at how accurate I was with just hip firing like that. I mean, once your first shot landed, I was basically able to land my other shots in exactly the same spot hip firing, which is kind of cool. Nice to know, too, in case of an emergency. So I must say, I'm enjoying this gun. I enjoy all my guns, but this one might just be one of my new favorites. I know they have aftermarket upgrades for this, and I'll have to see exactly what there are. I do want to invest in the extended tube. There are some other stuff, such as a bigger handle on here, charging handle, and even an upgraded slide release. In the future, I might invest in something like that. Here goes.